I do plan ahead. For example, later today, I'm going on the River Teme. By the end of the week, I'll fish this place or that place. But if I change my mind, it's okay. I fish alone, so I don't have to take anything else into consideration. And it's all about doing what I want to do. But today, the focus is on the team. But I've just been getting this little bit of a team itch in recent weeks. And I think it's time I got back on there. Great memories from when I was a youngster. 17, 18 when I passed my test, as I've just said, driving there and fishing it. So I'm thoroughly looking forward to getting back on that river this afternoon and this evening into dark. I've talked about it on Bayside Radio. Now, let's go and do it. The first glimpse of the team, and I can hear thunder. That wasn't predicted. Let's hope it passes quickly. A better view of the river there. That's looking upstream, and that's down. A very pleasant walk along the bank, looking for a swim. I've done about 150 metres so far, and I can see that it's not fished very often. That's the fact. It's extremely overgrown. That looks promising, and I think I'm going to have to make a path through that to get there. Yes, I have arrived. I don't think a sat nav would bring you here if you were looking for ideal fishing spots. Well, not as far as comfort getting there is concerned anyway. But this is now going to be home for the next few hours. I just need to move this tree out the way first. Oh, never mind the splash. It'll calm down later. Oh, I am slightly out of breath, but I've just manhandled and uprooted that tree, which is about 18 feet. Rod number one, that's fairly low to the bank, and I'm fishing across towards those trees there, just hanging into the water and just off them, and that's a lobworm boilie. Rod number two, slightly higher there. I've got an isotope on there. That's mid-river, and that is pepperami. It's not going to rain, the weather forecast said. Never mind, I'll take my umbrella just in case, because you never know. And talking of umbrellas, I have bought a new one. It arrived today, but because there was no rain predicted, I thought, yeah, I'll just keep this one in the hold all anyway, and I'll swap them over tomorrow. I'm glad I've got this, even if it is a bit, well, I'll show you in a moment, past its sell-by date, to put it mildly. It's like a spider's web gone wrong. You can see the stars through there. Well, you will later on anyway. Swim selection was an issue. The banks are extremely overgrown. Oh, that's Himalayan balsam dropping down there that I'd flattened. I thought it was some creature. Anyway, I wouldn't be surprised. It's the back of beyond. But where was I? The banks are extremely overgrown and very steep as well in the main. So dropping in or having a look at every opportunity as I made my way along the bank, there was nothing at all. This is the best of a bad bunch. It's very shallow, I know that. We haven't had much rain, of course, anyway, so the rivers need freshening up, but it is shallow. I can see the bottom, so it's true to say that although it's not a dead peg by any stretch of the imagination, it is really something that I'll be looking at perhaps from dusk onwards. So a couple of hours to go before we hit that point, and it's from then onwards that my confidence level will become more raised, more alert, and I'll be waiting for the rod to go off. It is going to be a challenge, I will say that now. I'm confident, but always realistic as well. But as long as your bait's in the water, you've always got a chance. Unfortunately, no barbel. I did have lots and lots of chub plucks though, and there's no doubt about it, if I was fishing with a straight hook to the bait as opposed to a hair rig setup, I would have caught a few of those, perhaps just small ones. I've had plenty of chub on air rig before, but if I'm targeting them, I certainly wouldn't go for that particular approach. But it's often a case of set your stall out and all or nothing. On this occasion, it was the latter. However, there's always another day. There's always tomorrow. Plus, I saw lots of kingfisher sightings, including a pair as well, chasing each other down the river. Also a dipper. And just a few moments ago, making my way back to the car, I noticed a couple of bright lights in the undergrowth. And I thought, those are eyes. And I took a closer look, 1 or 2 steps off the road onto the verge, and I saw a baby deer looking at me, a tiny little thing. It was either a roe or a fallow. I didn't get any closer to identify, but there's always something, isn't there? Even toenail there, even if you blank, you can still enjoy the wider package. You don't want too many blanks, but nevertheless, especially if you're doing this type of fishing, setting your stall out for something in particular, then you won't always catch. But as I say, always tomorrow. I'll see you at the water's edge. The wonderful world of nature.